Okay, can you guys hear the game audio at all? I'm pretty sure I've got this one really, really low. It doesn't really have a whole lot of sound or music, but I do like having some type of background sound. Specifically for you guys. Have any of you ever played this game before? Because you guys are going to be my cabinet of advisors, just so you know. I'm going to crank that up a little bit then. Give it a second best. Good. I heard Grimmett did some type of game like this, or where he was taking advice from people. I'm not very good at these games, so we'll see how quickly I end up getting kicked out of office or assassinated. We're going to be the United States, of course. It is a federal republic consisting of 50 states, for those of you who didn't know. The USA is the third largest country by land area and population, and also the world's largest national economy. It has an estimated 19% of total global GDP. It has 316 million people. Oh, I can get debt down. I know the first thing I'm going to do to get debt down without even asking for my advisor's advice. I'm not going to go Germany, not yet. Okay. My party's name, it's a shame I can't make this the default one, I have to type it in every time, is the Mushroom Front. Automation, I think I've seen something about that. It'll really affect your employment if you're not too careful. Yeah. We'll just have to put taxes on robotic automation or something and piss off the capitalists. So, we'll play. The opposition is going to be the Liberal Front. Even though I don't know why I have to choose my opposition, it should just be any group that pops up and can run against me because I've made everyone mad. Get education up ASAP, or you may get Luddite robots. So welcome to our new job as president. The lives of all 316 million citizens are now in our hands. As we imagine, there are a number of situations and concerns that we will need to deal with as soon as possible, while keeping an eye on the long-term improvement of our citizens' quality of life. Do not forget, we face re-election in 4 years, so we will need to monitor the opinion polls and our party membership. Good luck. These are the current stats. GDP is low, unemployment is high, health is dangerously low, everyone's morbidly obese and fat. Crime is on the rise, dangerously. Our education isn't too bad, and poverty is quite low. So, each of these little bubbles represents something else. I'm not going to go into detail explaining them. These are the groups and their feelings towards us. We don't have any popularity right now, so I'm kind of curious how we got voted into office to begin with. Parents, trade unionists, and liberals hate us. This is our budget. You can tell a huge chunk of it goes to military spending. $225 billion a year. Before I even ask for your guys' advice, this is what I'm doing. I am cutting military spending in half. We don't need a massive military. We're going to just apply changes. By doing that, the patriots will hate me a little bit more. Unemployment will go down. State employees will like me a little bit better. Blah, blah, blah. Community policing to max first. Well, hang on, advisors. I'm doing this. This is going to give us good money. We don't have really any enemies out there. State pensions, I'm not going to cut with any of these. And then, you guys want community policing up, huh? Is that a public idea that I have to implement under Law and Order, I think? Yeah. Well, Raidsoft, in one of my previous runs, I took it all the way down. I took my military spending as low as it could go, and there were some problems that arose from that. So this is community policing. Working with the community rather than attempting to control it. Community policing encourages the police to better understand the needs of the local community, especially in areas with ethnic minorities. Critics see it as an expensive waste of money which could be spent on more direct methods to cut crime. It'll take 5 quarters, which is a year and 3 months, to implement. It barely costs me any political capital and is actually pretty cheap to implement. The lowest you can, I guess, put it into your budget is $2 billion, the highest is $15 billion, and 43% of voters will be popular, will enjoy it. We're going to crank that all the way up. It takes alcohol abuse and antisocial behavior down, liberalism goes up, racial tension goes down, and from my experience, minorities and basically just minorities and immigrants are my biggest threat. If I don't find a way to make them happy, they will do drastic things. Crime goes down, and liberals like me a little bit better, so let's apply those. I only have 5 political capital left. So, the other thing I want to implement is more public services. Don't really care about the environment or getting people's health taken care of. We've got Youth Politics Council, free parenting classes, compulsory foreign language classes. This is another one that I'm probably going to implement. Diplomatic services and business stuff. I was planning on aiming on getting the education educated, or getting the population educated. I can't friggin' talk right now. And then focusing on some other things. But we'll put this in, crank it all the way to the max. It barely costs anything. It'll make our international trade a little bit better and foreign relations a little bit better while dropping racial tension. There's also some other things we can do to help out with the ethnic minority problems that we have, like, I'm trying to think of the other ones. There's some school things you can do, like mandatory foreign language learning and stuff. It only helps to increase foreign relations only with foreign language. Anyways, I'm out of political capital. Here's our incoming money and our expenditures. You can see that we're spending, what, like almost 100 billion more every quarter than we get in, so we have to fix that. Our GDP is dropping, our credit rating has been downgraded, our approval rating starts out disappointing, our credit rating is just BB, and the Traditional Values Alliance is mounting an online campaign against the government. I do have a cabinet of people, of ministers. Right now they're loyal, their effectiveness is generally considered to be passable. Well, it'll start balancing out simply due to the military budget cut that I enacted. In fact, let's see what my cabinet looks like right now. We have this guy, Russell Cook. He is somewhat loyal. This is the amount of political capital they give you every quarter. The more loyal they are, the more political capital that you get. She's really loyal, so I need to try and maintain her loyalty. Her sympathies lie with the retired and with motorists. Tax guy. Pretty much just law and order. These 3 are the ones that I kind of need to watch out for. Unfortunately, I do have to kind of pander to the religious groups in this country for a little bit. Yeah, and now for the only evolution in creationism versus evolution. I can implement something that will make it so that only evolution is taught in schools. It takes a lot of political capital, though. So, next thing we'll do is a diplomatic service. Takes 4 quarters to implement, barely costs anything. Crank that to the maximum. I haven't really found a reason not to go either maximum on things or just completely remove them. Let's see, welfare. Not interested in any welfare right now. Economy is another good one to dig into. What type of country do you guys kind of want? Do you want one that's ran by the businesses? Do you want a more liberal one, I guess, a more socialist one? How about healthy food? Let's see. You can do free meals. I know that there's a healthy food one somewhere. Healthy eating campaign. Through cooking shows, advertisements, and specials in newspapers and other media, people are encouraged to be aware of what they eat, what the results of unhealthy food are, and how to cook a good meal. This raises the overall health of the people while reducing obesity. we'll implement that. Takes obesity down just a little bit and raises health up. That'll probably lower our healthcare costs in the long run, which might be good for businesses too. I'll check what causes obesity here in a minute. The next thing I do want to focus on while we can, since this takes 4 quarters to implement, is public libraries or even university grants. We have to get people educated in this country. Adult education subsidies. A way to encourage people to retrain and continue their education. That only takes 2 quarters to implement. I'm going to implement that one. Takes our skills shortage down significantly, raises productivity, and raises education. And then where is obesity? Probably the fat people here. So these are all of the things that affect obesity. GDP, health, private health care, food standards agency, healthy eating campaign that we just enacted, and health services. Yeah, let's just remove all food in the country. So, although many citizens would be happy to pay privately for their own health treatment, there is an argument that the state has a duty to provide a minimum level of free health treatment. That is really expensive. If I raise that all the way up, I would have a deficit. It already costs almost $100 billion per quarter. Let's go to state health and remove health vouchers. Not gonna mess with that. Where's the health vouchers at? God, it's so hard to find anything in here. Welfare, health vouchers in here, food stamps, unemployment benefits, that's state pensions. I don't think I have health vouchers enacted yet. Yeah, that's right here. And that is incredibly expensive. It only takes 1 quarter to implement, but I'm not going to implement it anytime soon. Free parenting classes, make the parents like me a little bit more. Race Discrimination Act. That's pretty cheap to implement, and again, it'll help me with the minorities. I think I'll raise that. That makes the ethnic minorities like me a lot more. Lowers racial tension. Makes liberals like me. Conservatives dislike me a little bit more, but I don't quite care. And raises liberalism. What does JLo? The healthcare vouchers? Again, I'll probably implement that at some point. I just don't know when yet. And I still have 2 political capital. See, what can we spend it on? We can do a tourism ad campaign, alcohol awareness campaign. I'm not real worried about alcoholism. Clean energy subsidies, the business startup campaign. This is another good thing that we could probably implement that would help our GDP and unemployment. National Business Council. Council serves as a way to promote capitalism and enterprise and get across the message that the corporate world has much to offer. It creates employment and prosperity. Make it all liberal now. I wish that I could be really drastic and just implement tons of things, Darkfire, but you'll see. You'll see what happens if you try to change too much. Unfortunately, I haven't found any way to completely remove term limits and surround myself with tanks and robotic bodyguards. So let's just end this turn. JLo for vice president indeed. Should I call you JLo or Jalio? I don't quite like JLo for some reason. Someone get Grimmeth on the bat phone. We'll have him run the liberal crime squad. He can keep me safe. And there's an urgent policy question that requires my immediate attention. They want me to ban alcohol adverts. There is a proposal to outlaw the advertising of alcohol on television, although it would remain legal to advertise on radio, billboards, and other means. A TV ban is seen as a potential way to reduce alcohol intake. Let's see. We can reject the ban or accept it. Pretty much, I'm going to reject the ban. If people don't want to drink alcohol, they shouldn't drink alcohol. There we go. Only 18% like me, and there we go. Let's see what we've got. Balance is, our budget is still getting balanced out, but it will get there. What do we have here? Homelessness could raise unemployment benefits, could lower property taxes. This makes me 35.5 billion right now. This is, yes, I'll deal with skill shortages. 1 second. I'm going to shoot myself in the foot here and lower property taxes just a little bit. And where is skills shortages? I know it's over here. I know it's around somewhere. Is this it? Yes. Technology, adult education. Okay, so what we need... Now you will keep the alcohol abuse. I'm going to enact a plan that gives free alcohol to everyone. Let's implement... See, one of these two will do really good at ending the skills shortage. University grants. The only problem is that's fairly expensive. Public libraries isn't nearly as expensive, but this will be enacted much quicker in 2 quarters. Yeah, I agree, Vice President. We're going to go university grants. And I'm going to take this up to grants for all right now. As soon as my military budget gets completely enacted, I'll have a little bit of breathing room. So I have 1 political thing left to spend, but there's not a damn thing I can enact. Send everyone to college for free. I want my burger flippers and my taxi drivers and my pizza delivery guys, I want everyone to have bachelor's degrees. Somebody's got to do that shit. Sweatshop scandal. We might have thought that sweatshops were things found in other, less prosperous countries, but a recent TV documentary has brought the issue of local homegrown sweatshops into the public eye. It seems a number of companies making clothing are literally paying slave wages to a large number of employees. This is not going to go down well with trade unionists or liberals. Okay. Credit rating has been downgraded again, but I'm not real worried about that just yet. We will deal with that when the time comes. Let's see. State schools. Space program. I would like to raise my space program as well. I may need to enact some more taxes, which is always popular with everyone, but I'm going to do public libraries as well. I know it's popular with the retired, but it also raises equality and education. Leaves me with 14 political capital to spend. Parents still hate me. Take crime out before you go for space. There's a drug epidemic going on. Narcotics. Legalize cannabis, yes. Legalize LSD. Okay, legalize all drugs. I don't know about that. I don't have the political capital for any of that, though. Unfortunately. That will be something that I look into tweaking around a little bit, because once we legalize some drugs, we can also put taxes on those drugs and bring in money. Legalize all the drugs. Everyone gets a free ounce of pot with their tax return. Internet crime, intelligence services. Right now we have high-tech spy services. Yeah, I'll go check out obesity. Let's see. It's almost below the start trigger, so we'll give it a minute. What about my skills shortage? That next cycle will be, my skills shortage will be completely over with. Unfortunately, homelessness is actually increasing. Pollution is going down a little bit. Alcohol abuse. Vigilante mobs. Okay, vigilant mobs are going down. A lot of this stuff is going to be dealt with in just a cycle or two. What is this? Asthma epidemic. It's kind of going down but holding flat. So, import tariffs I'm not interested in just yet. Let's see what else we can do under public services here. Free school meals would be another really good one. It only takes 1 quarter to implement, and the voters will absolutely love it. I believe that all kids should be able to eat in school for free. Takes poverty down, pretty much makes everybody like me, yeah. Obesity goes down, and the poor have a little bit more money to spend. If we have a metals shortage, we will just go take over Afghanistan. I've heard they have a ton of rare earth metals just waiting to be plundered. Trade unionists still hate me. Labor laws, pro-employer, balanced, pro-union. I would kind of like to get that balanced at some point. I'm not too afraid of the trade unionists. Let's see, what can we do with 4 political capital? Business startup campaign, city farms, cut the military funding, yeah. Military, I honestly don't know what purpose they serve in this game. Again, I've never been invaded. I've never had mainland America get invaded anyways. Youth Politics Council, free parenting classes. I need something that's going to be implemented quick. Witness Protection Program. Crime's not that bad yet. Telecommuting Initiative. This is another decent one. People love it. School sports. So, if I raise this to maximum, the commuters like me a little bit more. Commuter membership goes down. Car usage goes down, which will also help with pollution. Parents like me and trade unionists like me. Working from home. I wish I could work from home. And 2 political council left. Or 2 points left to spend. My brain is already turning to mush. So, you know, the cycling campaign would help with obesity as well. Yeah, I agree, Darkfire. So if we implement that, raises health a little bit and drops all other modes of transportation. So, we'll go with that. Child labor law. Too many of our younger citizens are leaving school early in order to take up low-paying jobs. Some are even skipping school to work full-time when they should be learning. The law is currently very weak with regards to preventing companies from employing under 16s in full-time positions. This proposed law would make it a criminal offense to knowingly employ someone under 16 for more than 5 hours a week. I think we're going to go ahead and criminalize labor law. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Vice President. We can make speeches about how children should be in school until we are blue in the face. But unless we back up our words with legislation and the threat of criminal action, our children will continue skipping school to earn money. If they want money, they can go wash dishes or mow their parents' yard or do something else that kids have done for decades. So, GDP is going up, unemployment unfortunately is going up, crime is going down, health isn't budging, education is going up, and poverty is going down. I'm not getting very much political capital, so I'm guessing, yeah, I'm gonna have to fire this douchebag right here, Jeffrey Scott. You haven't liked me since I came around. His sympathies lie with ethnic minorities, which I feel I've done a lot for, and the environmentalists. This guy's gone. So, we need a new welfare minister. Ryan Taylor, he's pretty loyal. He wants to work for welfare, be a welfare minister. Who else do we have? Sympathies are environmentalists and socialists. Sympathies are self-employed and patriot. I'll try to be pandering to the self-employed a little bit, but I imagine they're not a very big voter base. Commuter and liberals, he's not gonna like me. Yeah, I know they'll all like me a little bit less, but they'll deal with it. They will deal with it. I think I'm gonna hire Ryan Taylor here. He doesn't have that much experience, but he's got more than just about anyone else here, I guess. Even though this guy would be good too. Religious and ethnic minorities. Well, I don't want to reshuffle the entire cabinet. I do like some of those people. We'll hire Melissa Kelly here, actually. 4.4 for now. And yeah, whenever you fire someone in your cabinet, everyone takes a little bit of a loyalty hit because they feel like their job is on the line. Which it's not. As long as they stay loyal and keep getting me political capital, they'll be perfectly fine. I swear, they're not going to face the firing squad. Okay. What else do we need? I'm not going to put healthcare vouchers in. What's my budget look like? Still getting hit pretty hard. I need to balance that out. Pollution. Skills shortages will be over after this, and then my GDP will go back up. Let's see. Public services. Stamp out Racism Week. I think I'm going to implement this. It's not very popular, but again, small things. Make the liberals like me a little bit more. Racial tensions will go down a little bit more. That'll make some of my cabinet members like me a little bit better. Food labeling better. Well, I didn't see food labeling on there. Oh, I guess there is. There's plenty of food out there that is not healthy, but companies have found clever ways to obscure that by making it look extra tasty, or put the ingredients list in smaller print, or by saying that there's this many calories in it, and then you notice that it's actually 8 servings, even though it's only like 1 candy bar. Who eats that small of a serving? So, we'll crank that up. Obesity goes down, health goes down, capitalists like me a little bit less, and that actually hurts my GDP just a teensy bit. The crime is worse at the moment. Well, if I have to, I will just, I don't know, make the cops better armed or something. Internet crime. I don't have any political capital to spend. We'll see what happens next turn. Skills shortage is finally over with. GDP is starting to rise. Health is going up. Crime is going down. And education is still rising. And there's another urgent policy matter. Debt collection agencies have been in the news because of the aggressive methods they are using to extract payment from people who owe large sums of money. These debt collection agencies provide credit to people whom larger, more respectable companies will not lend money. What do you think, Vice President? Should it be limited so stupid people don't get in debt and over their head and then lose everything? Cabinet Member Dark. What is your opinion on the debt protection law? Should we protect people? There we go then. So these agencies are preying on the weakest and poorest in our society, often tricking them into borrowing money at exorbitant rates that can never be repaid. This is little more than extortion, and the government should act at once to limit severely the activities of such unscrupulous companies. There we go. I honestly have no idea what that'll do. I don't know what stat that affects. It'll probably hurt the poor people in the short term, but maybe help them in the long run. Okay. I don't know what ASBO is. Vigilante. It's still going down. I say another turn or two, and crime's gonna be it's gonna be underneath the trigger. So I don't really want to waste political capital on that. I wouldn't mind boosting up my intelligence services here. In fact, let's take that up. Liberals hate me a little bit more, crime goes down, internet crime goes down, and patriots like me a little bit better. So intelligence services are getting a boost, which is kind of, well, it's not going to solve it completely. But, you know, I want to move away from having a big military and everything and move into smaller, more specialized groups that can solve some of these problems. Biofuel subsidies. What other problems do we have? Alcoholism. Community policing. The puking red person one. Let's see. Antisocial behavior. That's going to be gone pretty much next cycle. So crime is under control. Another turn or two and it's going to be done with. What else do we have? Asthma, I'm not real worried about yet. Obesity is going to be fine. Food stamps benefits. Let's see. Liberals are starting to like me a little bit more. Trade unionists are starting to like me a little bit more. I think obesity... people still are fat. They want to be fat. It's hard to make it so that they don't eat so much. Let's see what else we can do. Yeah, private prisons is another one. I do plan on removing that one. I was going to remove it simply out of principle. I don't like private prisons, personally. Let's see. What else can we do? Healthcare vouchers, keeping the country tidy. Let's see. Compulsory school sports. Let's implement that. You said that would help with obesity a little bit. So, pump all of our money into that. Health goes up, obesity goes down. Art subsidies to help tourism, huh? Well, this turn I think we'll do youth club subsidies. It can be resented by some wealthier taxpayers who see it as an unnecessary expense paid for by their taxes. Well, they can leave the fucking country then. They make their money in this country. They can help ensure that the future is secure. So parents, socialist goes up. Crime goes down. That's another nail in the coffin for those vigilant mobs. Youth goes up and youth income goes up, which means they don't need it to worry about jobs. Oh no! There's a green plot! Our undercover operatives have infiltrated an extremist eco-terror group known as Warriors of Gaia. This organization is committed to striking at the very heart of government, possibly even a direct assassination attempt, and it is a threat we should take seriously. There's no imminent danger, but we should keep the situation under close watch. Yeah, I know. For me, it's always the Green Minions or the Black Panther group. Bruce Garcia doesn't much care for me. I need to focus on environmentalists and capitalists if I'm going to get him to fall back in line. We now have high productivity spiking up. That's good. Our workforce is extremely productive, producing a higher amount of practically everything in comparison to our competitors. Problem with this, I need to make sure that unemployment doesn't go too high. I plan to do some more commuting things, which should please the environmentalists just a little bit. And one of our citizens won the Nobel Prize. That's good. Makes a lot of people like me more. I'm liked by 40% of the population. And okay. So I only have 19 political capital to spend. My cabinet does not like me very much right now. So, self-employed, environmentalist and capitalist, trade unionist and liberal, religious patriot. I have to do something for transport and environment right now. So, car emission limits. Take a look at, yeah, I'm looking at them. See, I need something cheap. What doesn't take very much political capital to implement? Takes two. Fuel efficiency, carpooling campaign. Well, aren't these two a lot cheaper? They only take two, I think. I think 19 means if you want to change it later on, Yeah, anti-gravity research grants. We will focus on that maybe in our second term if we get it. Okay, let's implement this. Mandatory standards for new cars which dictate the minimum level of fuel efficiency. This is a long-term measure aimed to raise the fuel efficiency of the country's cars. Pretty straightforward. Raise that. Oil demand goes down. Motorist income goes up. Car usage goes up. Environmentalists like us a little bit better. Capitalists dislike us because we're meddling in their money making, and CO2 goes down. The budget is good. We almost have $100 billion surplus now. So, I'm gonna do these two. Bike subsidies and carpooling. That'll raise health as well. Take down usage of everything else. Carpooling, go. Drops car usage. And what do you say, Trade Council? It's always been a hassle to find trustworthy trading partners in foreign countries. I just hope that doesn't... it probably shouldn't hurt my employment too much. International trade and foreign relations go up. National business thing. Wonder if business startup campaign, if that would help. Young entrepreneur scheme. As long as I don't have to implement any more taxes, everything will be fine. I'm not even going to worry about robotic research grants. Smart meter, that would, I believe that would help with, yeah, environmentalists. I'll go with those next time. I want to do this for the environmentalists before they kick down my front door. Energy efficiency goes up. Environmentalists like me a little bit better. They are in the red. That's dangerous. So we have 3. Business startup campaign. Might actually put that in. I don't care about National Armed Forces Week. This isn't a military dictatorship, this country. If people want to celebrate the military, they're free to. Do not make them 100% pop capitalists. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be implementing some socialist things here in a little bit, I imagine. We'll do business startup, though. Self-employed, socialism goes down, but whatever. And can I get anything? No. And the green plot is still being a thorn in my side. Antisocial behavior is down. Our credit rating has been upgraded. Unemployment is going down. Crime is negligible now. And almost everyone is getting educated. Some type of education at least. 52% like us. And there's a very real danger of attack on government institutions by an extremist group called the Revolutionary Army. So this is the intelligence briefing. It shows all of the extremist groups around. The ones with the guns are the ones that will kill you. Our popularity is not bad at all. Security effectiveness is poor. Vice President, how do we raise that? I feel like having poor security is a very bad thing. Well, the Moral Crusade is most likely a religious group. The Warriors of Gaia are eco. I'm not going to telephone tap. I've got some morals, you know. Black Power group is going down. Drones! Drones for everyone! House Speaker Dark Phoenix says, I don't think so. Okay. So, property tax, unemployed benefits. Forget that. I will raise unemployment benefits just a little. It's kind of a waste of my capital right now, I think, but it'll help the poor. It'll raise with socialists. Poverty goes down, and homelessness goes down. I've already made a decision. Homelessness, it is, we still need to drop it, and a little bit more. I think that little boost I did there will help it a little bit. Law and order should be fine right now. I'm not worried about crime at all. The only thing I'm worried about are those extremist groups getting a little bit pissed off. What we got here? Small business grants. Some of the things I implemented. The space program. Right now we have a reusable shuttle. If I took it up to a space station, good God, that'd be 20 extra billion. Give us blah blah blah. I can't implement this right now, but unemployment would drop, religious membership would go down, we could begin killing the religious movement in this country a little bit. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna save my political capital here. Hey, can you save your political capital between turns? I remember I tried that once off screen, and I don't think it actually worked. I can't legalize cannabis yet. Hello, Kyra. There's a max. I kind of thought so. I'm just going to skip this turn. I'm not going to hit my max, considering the fact my cabinet hates me. Norma Jones. Let's see. She's displeased. There is a danger of her wanting to spend more time with her family. The vigilante mobs are at an end. And let's see. Ban tobacco adverts. I need a consensus here. Legalize bribery. Yeah, I played on TG servers. I just didn't much care for him. Well, I didn't ban alcohol adverts. Okay. I could overrule you guys as the president. Smoking kills millions of people prematurely. Some people want to die prematurely. They don't want to live until they're 70 years old working at a shitty job. We estimate getting 52% of the vote. Credit rating is BBB. Okay. Yeah, our budget is still fine. We're making 170 billion, roughly. I hope I'll be dead. Me too, Kyra. Unless I can somehow find a way to retire when I'm 50, I really don't want to make it to 70 or 80. That just seems like hell. Obesity is not being affected at all by anything we've done. The people just want to be fat, okay? Being fat is more addictive than smoking. No, it's not almost gone. It's not even close. What else can we do to help these people lose weight? More sports, well, I don't really have any sports I can implement right now. Recycling, there's got to be something in here. City farms, would fresh food, would city farms help it? No. Ah, dang it, I didn't actually want to implement that. I'm pretty sure if I click on cancel here, it's gonna waste my political capital. Whatever. I wanted to check it and see who it would affect before I implemented it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll apply it. It didn't cost very much anyways. Yeah, see, there's no way to tell who that's going to affect. It's bullcrap. It's bunk. Child benefits. It's way too expensive. Could do a junk food tax. Start taxing all the people who want to eat all the fat food. Health food subsidies. A tax incentive that makes healthy foods such as fruit and vegetables cheaper than the higher fat or higher sugar foods. Seen as an incentive to eat well rather than a punishment for eating badly. Yep. Let's do that. And that drops obesity a lot. Okay, helps with the poor earners. Still have tons of political capital to spend. Do I have enough to legalize pot yet? No. God, I need 27. It's gonna be a while. So higher productivity. I need to find a way to keep my higher productivity boosted. It's level. Raise the food stamps. Good morning, Draconic. You have been recruited into the cabinet of the Mushroom Front. Your opinion is valued here. You're going to help us run a country. Preferably not run it into the ground. Yeah, you can't please everyone, but we can try, so at least we get reelected. Okay, 14 political capital. I need to spend just a little bit more. What else would help? Consumer rights? No. Antibiotics ban. Junk food tax. I think I'm going to implement the junk food tax. That really drops obesity. The kids and the poor people will hate me a little bit more, but the poor earnings is offset by the last one we implemented. Okay. I'm going to save this 8 political capital. Pass all the laws required to enable a police state. It's tempting. There's been a market meltdown. Oh no. I don't think that's anything too bad. Health is going up. Crime is going down. Unemployment is holding steady. Yes, they are. Water shortage, huh? Farmers are the primary victims. Everybody panic, there's a water shortage. Cut open all the watered bottles in the store shelves. We have 161 billion surplus. So where's this water shortage at? What can I do to affect that? Environment, food price, and average temperature. I have 27 political capital, which I could either use to improve the environment or allow pot to be legal. It's tempting. Pot, pot, pot. Everybody chant for pot. So what do we have under here? Green electronics. Reduce plastic waste. Vertical farming might help a little bit, but that is pretty expensive. I guess I've got the money to spare, or yeah, I've got the budget to spare. Before we do vertical farm subsidies, yeah, where was that? Home fabrication grants, no. Eco home regulations. However, that's 4 quarters. That's 6 quarters. I don't even know if I have 6 quarters left. We'll grow them with Brondo, Draconic. Okay. Capitalists hate me. Everything else, it'll help a little bit. We can do both, I'm pretty sure. Vertical farm and the home. So let's implement this. Unemployment goes down. That's actually pretty good. Food price goes down. Farmers go up. Okay. I only have 1 point to spare, so we know I can't get anything with 1 point. You eco bastards. Okay, Bruce Garcia is not happy, and software patents. Software patents are a form of intellectual property law that allows companies to protect algorithms that implement a new technology. Oh, good lord. They're generally popular with big businesses, but unpopular. I think I'm going to reject, yes. Software patents sound reasonable until you realize they can be used to stifle competition and innovation. Whenever a company can patent something as simple as clicking a button, that is bad. Let's reject it. Okay. Health's finally going up a little bit. I mean, it's went up before, but that's what I want to see right here. Unemployment is going up. I have to find a way to fix that. What's the big one? Such is the patent word, Jaleo. Patents are a nightmare. Okay, I've got 20... My budget's taken a pretty big hit because of the economy collapse right now. Yes, it does. What do we have under transport then? Okay. I need something cheap. Everything so far takes 9 or more. So, clean fuel subsidy, that would help the environment and the water shortage a lot, and that only takes 1/4 to implement. A subsidy for cleaner fuels, need buses used more, decrease the cars, could do bus subsidies. That takes 6/4 though, that's pretty damn significant. Bus lanes, that takes 2/4. How about we do bus lanes and clean fuel subsidies this time? That'll also get me a lot of popularity that I kind of need right now. Okay, motorist usage, blah blah blah, bus usage goes up. And I should have enough. Well, free bus passes later. We'll do bus subsidies here. Crank that all the way up. That's 34 billion, but whatever. It'll balance out, I swear, guys. Everybody calm down. The Chancellor resigns. Bruce Garcia can go fuck himself. The transport person doesn't like me very much, so we need to hire someone for taxes. Ryan Taylor. Reshuffle, but I've never actually reshuffled before. Normally I just fire and hire new people and it manages out. But a lot of these people, 1, 2... Yeah, transport and foreign are fucked. I don't know if I want to reshuffle yet. Because these guys pretty much love me. Okay, I've got 2 reshuffle votes from the cabinet members. Is anybody else on the cabinet going to vote for a reshuffle? Or are we just going to hire a new tax minister? And let those other 2 wean themselves out. Goddamn reshufflers. Okay, foreign policy. I'm just gonna go 4.1. I have no idea what happens if you assign someone to a position who doesn't actually want the position. Ashley Bennett, congratulations, you are promoted. A new welfare minister. Ryan Taylor, haven't I seen you around before? I'm pretty sure I have. Okay, self-employed patriots. You are new. Congratulations. Anyone else who fucks up after this is going to be killed. Economy, Keith Coleman. Holy shit. You are not very experienced, but you are energetic. There you go. How about we just clone... We find the best person we've got and clone them. We can have a cabinet of nothing but clones. for taxes. Need a good tax person here. Somebody step up. Lois, you've got a decent amount of experience. But Melissa Kelly, you've got more. You don't get me nearly as much, but ethnic minorities are starting to love me, so hire you. I haven't done anything to piss off the religious yet. Public services. Lewis Brooks. I'm going for pretty much the ones with the most political capital right now. Law and Order. Holy crap, 4.6. Ashley Barnes. Congratulations. I hope you keep this country in line. And a transport. Where is my best transport? Lori or Kimberly? Or Paula? The retired love me. So there we go. There's our new cabinet. We have reshuffled. I'm gonna miss some of those people, but I think we rehired some of them back in different positions. I've only got 6 political capital after all that, so there's not a whole lot I can do. Tourism campaign. Would that help? I wonder if that would help with my GDP a little bit. Yeah, so much more capital, I guess. I just don't know if there's any downsides to reshuffling. I'm probably going to go with the tourism. I just want to check out some of these other ones. Automation tax. I don't think my unemployment is too bad right now. Youth politics. Law and Order. It's pretty much the only one I can go for right now. Okay, I'm going to save that rinky-dink 4 political capital for something else. There's a stress epidemic. That's lovely. Only 46% of people like me. I've only got a couple turns left before we have to get reelected, and my budget is doing horribly. I'm looking for automation on here. Where's the robot at? Pretty sure it's a robot. So many icons. If I was an automation icon, what would I look like? Well, GDP is connected to everything, isn't it? Well, where's unemployment at? Is that on one of my graphs here? Unemployment was a red icon at one point. Oh God. Too many menus. Here we go. Unemployment is at a high. I'm gonna have to implement some type of automation tax or something at some point. I mean, military spending hurts it a little bit, but I'm not raising the military space program. Well, I'm looking for automation. Don't see it here. Oh, this one. Industrial automation, yeah. Okay, we're going to have to put in some type of tax for automation, because I have to drop unemployment. This is going to piss some people off. Oh, boy. Technological innovation has led to brilliant innovations. Yeah, but how do we increase GDP without also screwing over our unemployment? Could do an enterprise investment scheme. That only takes 1 quarter to implement. I'm sure that will help our GDP a little bit. It does cost a lot. push. You know what? We could legalize drugs and then tax the drugs. So, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to have to just deal with everything else for a minute. Drug addiction's kind of going up anyways. So, I'm going to legalize all the drugs. Every drug. It's all legal, okay? As long as you're not committing crimes on the drugs, I don't care. If you commit a crime, you will pay the price. Use your drugs responsibly. All the drugs, Kate. Okay. 54% of the population likes us now. So, with all the drugs legalized, it's not going to come for free. There's also a recreational drug tax. It's going to be maximum. They can fucking deal with it. Still have to work on this economy. Tax shelters. By not fully taxing the wealth of the super rich, tax shelters can be a great way to encourage successful entrepreneurs to make our country their home. This would probably be a good one for our GDP as well. I think we'll go with tax shelters. That only takes 1 quarter to implement too. Yeah, socialists will absolutely hate me. Technological advantage goes up, foreign relations goes down, but GDP does increase 5%. Equality goes way down. Holy shit. It really doesn't matter if I leave it at medium or take it to maximum. I'm screwed either way on equality. Well, we're doing the bad thing. So, what else can we do here? We can do the young entrepreneur scheme. It takes 2 quarters. Okay. It's almost election time, and right now the big thing is getting reelected. A landmine ban. That's a pretty easy question. We're gonna ban landmines. We don't need to use them. They're a barbaric weapon. And I don't think we're at war anywhere anyways. GDP is going up. Up. Productivity. The global economy has taken a shit on itself. That's why our GDP is so bad. See, once the global economy recovers, our GDP is just going to skyrocket, I imagine. Still the water shortage. Gotta get that down a little bit. The problem is if I save too much of my political capital, it'll go to waste. I think I have a max of like 32 or 34. It says here, yeah, my maximum is 52 now. Holy crap! I guess that reshuffle did pretty good. Okay. The problem with the fusion thing is, where is that? It's probably going to cost me a lot of money. Like the Mars program, that would cost a ton of money. What's the fusion one under? Is that public services? It shouldn't be, should it? That seems like it'd be kind of weird. I'm tired and my eyes are glazing over right now. Mandatory microgeneration. Fusion is foreign? Oh, it's an international research. But holy, look at the costs. As low as I can go, it's still going to be 100 billion. And it takes 12 quarters to implement. It is good, but good God. Okay, guys. Should we leave it at medium? The environmentalists are going to hate me even more. Should we leave it at medium or just crank it all the way up? It's only an extra 50 million or 50 billion. Unemployment goes down, oil demand goes down, everything else goes up. Max or go home? God. There's going to be riots from the environmentalists. There's a socialist plot. The Revolutionary Army. Hey, finally, obesity is done with. Crime is slowly going up. Unemployment is finally going. Yeah, the budget is done with. The budget is on fire right now. Oh my God. Even if the global economy recovers, I wish you guys could see me face palming right now as I look at that budget. I've never had a budget that bad. Oh my goodness. I could cut military spending even more to make up a little bit of that. I think if I cut it all the way down, I could make up an extra 50 billion. Where is my GDP icon at? Yeah, GDP is horrible right now. And again, most of it's because of the global economy. If the global economy shot back up, if it wasn't negative 30%, it would be a whole lot better. Increased spending on what? I have increased spending all over the place. So what we need then is not import tariffs, that's for damn sure. Foreign investory tax breaks. Where was that at? Is that under economy again? Yeah, look at the costs of that too. It's going to cost me a ton. Patriots will hate me for it. Go max or go home, right? It increases GDP 6.8%. And after this cycle, it's going to be election time. I need to implement a few more things that only take like 1 quarter and are going to be popular with people. Like consumer rights, that would be good. It would hurt my standing with capitalists a little bit, but they should fucking love me right now. I didn't bother to... they don't love me that much. Could cancel private prisons. Let's see. Yep, I'm gonna cancel private prisons. Been meaning to do that for a while. Sales tax, capital gains. Yeah, and remove the inheritance tax. Where is that? I'm not going to do it. Well, actually, that wouldn't be too bad. I don't make hardly any money. I only make 15 billion a quarter from it. I can't cancel it. I will lower it though. It's 1%. Kyra, money doesn't really get back in the economy by the inheritance tax anyways. The rich have ways of getting around that. It's mostly the poor people who suffer through inheritance tax, isn't it? Okay, let's see how this goes. Are we going to be reelected? It's a close race. It's neck and neck. No, it's not. There's way too many non-voters. We're gonna stomp our opposition. Okay. For a second I thought I was watching this. There's a lot of apathetic people out there. We made it! We got re-elected! Yeehaw! I don't really care about all these stats, though. Health went up, violent crime went down, poverty went down, equality went down, but not too bad. Everybody's getting more hours to work, which is good, right? There's less part-time people now. Technology, for some reason, went down, probably because I didn't invest in space or anything. Car usage down, bus usage way up. We cut CO2 emissions. Health vouchers removed the state health system. Oil demand and all that went down. Foreign relations and stuff went up. Traffic congestion went down. That's good. And the socialists still hate me. Internet crime is now at an end. Internet trafficking. The increasing capability of large corporations to use customer databases and big data. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I'm pretty much going to ban tracking. I already figured that. Everybody speak up. Are we banning internet tracking, or are we going to allow the big corporations to track everything we do? Save the internet, plump. Who wants no more cookies on the internet? Speak up now or eat your cookies forever. Okay, we're banning it. When will people learn democracy doesn't work? Homer Simpson. Always the best person to listen to for advice when it comes to running a country. Oh, good lord. Yeah, GDP is higher. Let's see what it's doing. It's still not at its peak, but global economy has risen 3%. Probably simply because of that tax shelter scheme that we implemented. I really want a Mars program. Tabloids have been speaking of a new space age for a while. It's time to reach for the stars. Why not start with the neighbor planet Mars? Who wants to go to Mars and waste $264 billion per quarter? Get recycling? Oh, who needs to recycle? Actually, I do need to worry about the eco-terrorists. So, we'll raise that. Universal doorstep recycling for everyone. I don't have any money. We're losing $460 billion per quarter. I don't know who's loaning it to us. Let's see. Tourism campaign. Border controls. Foreign aid. There's the Fusion Project. I can't get rid of the tax haven jet. I don't even know which one it is down here. Corporate tax. Now, if we dropped the corporate tax a little bit, that wouldn't really help my GDP very much at all. I don't think that's worth it. Rare earth metal mining, what does that do? That pisses off the environmentalists, I can tell you that. Support national initiatives for rare earth metal mining in order to make the country's industrial and high-tech production less dependent on imports from foreign countries. Yeah, I'm not going to go for that one now. What can we do? Enterprise investment scheme. gives tax breaks to wealthy individuals who invest their money in small startup companies which are based. I think this would help the GDP. It'll give the rich a reason to take their money out of their bank accounts and actually invest it in some of the smaller businesses. We'll do enterprise investment and then home fabrication grants. Yeah, that raises GDP 5 extra percent. Self-employed 26%. Socialists still gonna hate me. But I guess just let them hate. Home fabrication. Capitalists, whatever. Foreign relations go down a little bit. International trade drops. Oh, is that what that means? It just decreases the amount of socialists? Okay. Well, the socialists are going to keep hating. My credit rating is CCC, folks. We are fucked. The country loves me because I'm spending way more money than we've got. And they don't understand how bad that is. Give them 3D printers. God, which one was that? Didn't I just give them 3D printers? I think I did. Yes, everyone print your money, print your Plex. I thought I already maxed out foreign aid. Where is that at? Good lord. Patriots gonna hate. Patriots love me anyways. I'm not gonna cap CEO pay. That will piss off the capitalists really bad. So, other international fusion research takes a ton of my money. That's the biggest slice of pie. I've thought about doing luxury taxes. That's not a bad idea. How do you check the fusion project? Like, what is that listed under? Or is that just one of these half-trillion icons? This is it. Is this what you're looking for? Because I can't tell exactly what it's doing. Negative 4%. Values are slowly increasing. I think we're the only one putting money into it. All of the other countries are just dicking around. Racial tension. There was one other one that I was thinking about looking at. Tobacco tax. Could say fuck you to tobacco users. Completely kill tobacco usage, basically. The monorail, that's another extremely expensive thing that I can't exactly afford to invest in. I mean, god damn it. Went well for Springfield. Microgeneration grants. What were we going to cancel, Vice President? Something to do with healthcare and then put vouchers in. I don't think I can put vouchers in this time. I can't afford it. So we need to... State health. If I was state health, where would I be hiding? I need something small. Oh my god. So I'm just going to leave this at medium because I cannot afford anything else. It raises equality, drops socialist a little bit. Private healthcare. Okay, I'm going to save this political clout that I've got. You guys are going to have to help me find state healthcare here. There's an environmental protest. The leader of the Greens is blaming us personally for failing to put the environment at the top of the government's agenda. The global economy is still in a deep recession. Holy crap. It's bouncing back slowly. We owe $6 trillion in debt. You know, $6 trillion is nothing. We currently owe like 20 trillion or 18 trillion, something ridiculous. Debt is skyrocketing because we keep implementing these programs with no plan to pay for them. Income tax, government borrowing. Man. We make $56 billion from the drugs I legalized. Okay, where is the state health care at? Services. It's gotta be one of these. Right? The plus icon with people. I can't cancel it. It takes 60 to cancel, which is my maximum. So I basically just need to forfeit this turn, or spend 10, and hope that... Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna spend just a little bit here. We've got to spend some. I'm not gonna ban Sunday shopping. Worker safety law. Robotics research grants. Let's see what's under transport. Electric car initiative. Might do that one. We could do anti-gravity research. I've been talking about that one for a while. Everybody wants their hoverboard. Anti-grav then. I'm just gonna leave it at default for now. Okay. Yeah, flying cars on the moon. Okay, so hopefully I get maxed out at 60 next turn. Shut up, socialists. No one wants to hear from you. I only have 58. I kind of figured that I'd get fucked by my advisors somehow. Oh boy. Ashley Bennett, you're a dick. I just want you to know that. I'd fire you, but then I'd be fucked next turn because I wouldn't get nearly enough. So next turn I'll probably only get like 27 or something. Increase motorists and trade, yes. Satellite road pricing. I'm gonna do the electric cars initiative. I'm not gonna ban gas-powered cars. That'll have to do. Okay, I need to spend just a little bit more. Let's do drone strikes. I'm not banning gas-powered just yet. Not yet. I need to spend just a little bit more. Let's do free eye tests for everyone. Okay, I need to make the socialists a little bit happy anyways. I better have 60 this turn or I'm going to be frustrated. Housing expansion. There is a shortage of homes in our country and the government is under pressure to relax planning laws and allow previously restricted green belt land to be built on. I think we should keep the planning restrictions. What does the cabinet say? Yay or nay? I'm going to say, for one, it'll piss off the environmentalists even more. Never build on the floodplain. Slaxer! Yeah, I'd rather not be killed in my second term, so let's keep the planning restrictions. If there's a house shortage, how about they just... I don't know. I don't see how there could be a house shortage. I've only got 58. My maximum is 58 because of her. You are fired, Ashley. Okay, you are done. You are out of here. You have screwed me over for 2 turns. I need somebody who wants to work here. Stephen Davis, welcome. Welcome to the team. Hopefully you fit in. Okay, I need to spend a little bit. Libby, I think I'm just gonna keep this name. I don't know if it'd be worth it to deal with the hitbox staff or not. I'm not really too terribly bothered by it, honestly. Where's climate change adaptation at then? Is that under economy somewhere? Hidden? Since these aren't in alphabetical order. Law and Order, climate change. I haven't even really looked under Law and Order, have I? Yeah, it's not under Law and Order, that's for sure. Climate Change Adaptation Fund. Holy shit, guys! Are you just trying to see how broke I can go? It takes 94 billion. It's gonna take 18 quarters to implement. What's the worst that could happen? 214 billion per quarter. Shoot me in the face. We'll just have an alert system. Doesn't help our water shortage. Doesn't help our unemployment at minimum. Okay. Just going next. Flash crash. Automated trading has rendered the stock market so fragile that a single large trade has sent stocks into a sudden spiral. We're getting fucked even harder tonight. Homeless situation is at an end. There's a real estate bubble. Guess that's better than a homeless bubble. I've only got 54 political capital. I'm not going to be able to get 60. The maximum I can have is 54. It's not going to happen, guys. I'm not going to be able to cancel that. And now we've got the healthcare vouchers, too, on top of all that shit. Advisors, you better brainstorm a way out of this. We are almost $1 trillion in debt every quarter. Cut the trains. That's 54 billion. Rail subsidies. Let's see. Canceling you. Goodbye, rail subsidies. Decrease motorway maintenance? That seems like a real bad idea. I think I already did max out. Yeah, I already maxed out the drug tax. I think I need to implement some more taxes or something here. Yeah, take a hit of whatever butterfly you've got in your pocket right now. Yeah, the motorists, well, they're kind of upset, but I'm not worried about them. I don't think they're gonna try to run me over or anything. Need something else. Is it corporate tax? I wish that did more for GDP. I'm sure the elderly pensions are incredibly expensive. So I could make up 140 billion a quarter if I minimized that. The retired will hate me a little bit. Where is that housing bubble? It's tied into all this stuff. I'm gonna need a new glass of tea here in a minute. I have to do something for the people who work for the states, though. They need some way to retire. Are you saying the rent is too damn high, Jalio? I'll drink tea from a tea glass. Yeah, there's a law to cap rent. I think it's rent controls. Okay, we're gonna implement rent controls. Capitalists will naturally see this as a distortion. Blah blah blah. This might help the housing bubble a little bit. Could do state housing, but I don't want to have that much cost. And it takes 16 quarters to implement. Okay. That helps private housing, maybe? I don't really know. The real estate bubble goes down. Oh dear. I'm just going to save my capital this time. We have a debt crisis. Holy shnikes. Our level of government debt has started to cause severe fiscal problems. The government's debt has pushed interest rates so high that mortgage costs are becoming unaffordable for the middle class. At the same time, fears about a possible government default on its debts are driving away business. I told you guys we were going to be fucked by the debt. Unemployment is rising, GDP is rising, crime is going down, and poverty is going down. Nuclear test ban treaty. I think we should sign. Yeah, I'm going to cancel the fusion project. Or at least cut. I'm not making education private. I'm going to cut spending on the fusion project, though. I think we should ban nuclear testing. Okay. So, where is that fusion sinkhole? Cut that down. But I like space. I don't want to cut space. It's only 75. Let's see, where are all of my expenses? Debt interest is at 12%. We're now at 9 trillion debt. State pensions, 192 billion. Healthcare vouchers. Going to cut healthcare vouchers down. Foreign investor tax breaks. I really don't want to mess with my GDP though. Yeah, pensions. Going to lower that. That'll save us 100 billion right there. Oh, I can't. Too expensive. I'm broke. I'm broke on everything. Military spending, I could cut that some more. What's the worst that could happen? State health services. 26 to lower. A lot of this I can't afford to cut anymore. I just don't have the political capital for it. I'm gonna let's see. So there's got to be a tax. Some tax. We need taxes. I can't cut anything right now. I don't have the political capital for it. Internet currency taxation. Automation tax. We could do an automation tax. That would help our unemployment. Tax superstores. Okay, we're going to implement an automation tax. It's not going to be much. In fact, we'll just make 50. It'll be 21%. Let's see, this is what's going wrong. We have an alcohol problem. An asthma problem. For some reason in this country there's drug addiction. I don't understand what happened. How did we get a drug addiction? I don't know. Someone explain that? Pollution problem. Water shortage, which we've had for a while. Debt crisis going on, kicking everyone's ass. And the real estate bubble. I'm going to end this turn. Save the little political capital we've got. We now have a homeless situation again. Squatters' rights. A large empty house in one of the best neighborhoods of the capital has been taken over by homeless people. The house has been unused and empty for years, and lawyers are now arguing over whether or not the squatters have a right to remain. Do we want to give the property to the squatters? I mean, there's a housing shortage. If the houses are sitting empty, I really don't care what happens to them. Do we want to evict the squatters? Are we going to call them thieves and throw them back out on the streets? Cabinet, speak up. Right now I've just got the Vice President. Hello, Syrov. Okay, squatters get the house. We're no longer losing $1 trillion every quarter. Oh, dear Lord. Swat the squatters. Too late, Libby. You are too late. You're too late. Okay, where is this? Food stamps. I maxed that out. That doesn't really cost anything, though. Unemployment benefit doesn't really cost anything. So, the debt interest is kicking my ass. State pensions we've chopped. I'm pretty sure I chopped. No, I didn't chop them because I didn't have the capital. So, we're going to chop that down to 70. It ain't over yet, Dark. It is not over yet. It's close to being over. So, another tax. Another tax. Taxes. Taxes, taxes, taxes. Alcohol abuse, get rid of it. Let's see. Community policing and police force. Where's the alcohol awareness campaign? We'll implement this. hardly costs anything. It's a drop in the damn bucket compared to what we are spending elsewhere. I'm going to save this political capital. My cabinet doesn't hate me that much. There's a media backlash. Everyone hates me a little bit more. Only 27% of the population likes me right now. We really shouldn't be surprised by that. Okay. The alcohol problem will go down starting now because of the awareness. Oh man, I'm too tired to be dealing with this right now. Tobacco tax. Can I have an alcohol tax? I guess we can. Yes, I agree with Darkfire. We will implement an alcohol tax. We're going to max it out because fuck people who drink. They can go, you know, alcoholics. I should probably also raise the tobacco tax. Alcohol, tobacco, and all drugs will be taxed at the maximum. I did max it. I'm gonna max tobacco next time. Minimum wage. Do we want to introduce a minimum wage law or not? Should we let the free market? Should we let the free market deal with the wages, or should the government step in? If the government steps in, unemployment will decidedly increase. If we implement it, equality will raise. That's right, Cyrov. Take your vices, but give Uncle Plump all of your cash. Okay. Implementing it. Okay, we're down to 500 billion per quarter. There's got to be more. Petrol tax, that barely makes anything. Sales tax. Could raise sales tax a little bit. If I raise it to 50%, hey, that would solve all of our budget problems. All of the problems. What about... I really don't want to have more income tax. A little bit higher income tax would help everything. The middle class would hate me. Holy crap, 90% income tax for everyone. Screw the middle class. Screw them. Screw the wealthy too, everybody gets taxed. We will live in a utopian society where everything is paid for and taken care of. Hybrid cars initiative. Wait a second, I did want to raise the tobacco tax. We're gonna max that out. That's another 70 right there. And like I said, we're gonna tax all vices in this country. I'm not gonna ban same-sex marriage. Fuck off. The government shouldn't even be involved in weddings. Okay, we're down to 300 billion. So, income tax, I will raise that. I'm going to do that to 40. I can't. That takes 30. That takes 30 political capital. What about... Where'd it go? Could quit shuffling all my stuff around. Okay, we're gonna raise sales tax to 30% here. You guys are crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy. The cabinet is what got me into this debt mess. There's a miracle operation. A man has had his hand reattached after a serious car accident. It's due to our superb healthcare and technical knowledge. Unemployment is going down. Alcohol abuse is over with. The global economy is finally doing okay. I can't, Slaxer. I would, but it costs too much political capital to ping pong around like that. And hey, our budget is balanced, okay? It's balanced. We're making money. We're 40 billion plus per quarter. I'll kill taxes if we can start making more money. Problem is, I don't even want to look at our debt right now. I'm sure it's sickening. I don't even know where to check that. Yeah, there's our debt. Holy crap. Our debt is 12 trillion. Jesus Christ. Debt interest is 18% now. Yeah, increased corporate tax. Let's see, capitalists, they love me, of course. Look at that love right there. We'll take this up to 30%. That's going to be an extra like 200 billion per quarter. We're not going to die. And besides, if I die, you're all going down with me. Human cloning. Nearly 20% of children are already conceived with the help of in vitro fertilization. Cloning them instead is scientifically possible. I think we should allow human cloning. We'll have an army of Slaxers running around, drawing all the things. Good news, the global economy is doing well. This is having a positive effect. Polls, everybody hates me right now because of our debt. We're making 20 billion per quarter. Okay. Now, I don't care about focus groups or policies or blah blah blah. Compass. I started off as a conservative capitalist, and now I am a liberal capitalist. Decrease education, but I don't want a dumb population. I don't even know where education is in here anymore. Let's see, expenditures. State schools. Well, right now on state schools we only have shared textbooks. Take that down to wooden schoolhouses. Guys, my brain's not working right now. I don't even know where education is. Click the paper with the A+. So many icons. If I was an A+, is it 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock? I know I gotta be close to it down here. I don't see an A+. I see all these other things. University grants. This? No. Private. I want to cancel this damn private healthcare vouchers. School vouchers. It's blue. Well, I'm not looking for anything blue. That's not an A. I can't read that. Oh, a measurement of the education level. Yes, it's maxed out. So what should we drop? Technology grants, state schools, or private schools? It's only 46 billion a quarter. To cancel it costs 22. I'm not going to cancel it completely. I'll leave it at 4 billion. Partial fees paid. It boosts us just a little bit. I'm going to cut something else here too. Technology colleges. Take that down to 5 billion a quarter. And yep, we did rebuild at Taco Man, which means we're good. We don't need to learn anything else. We already are awesome. Science funding, I would love to bump that up actually. Public libraries. See, I don't want to mess with my equality very much either, because my equality has completely just taken a nosedive. We have no equality. I could kill military funding. It's already down. Gated communities, I know that's somewhere over here. Thought it was. Where, if I was a gated community, where would I be burying myself? Okay, that's going all the way down. Wait, that's prisons. Locking homes icon by the youth. I don't know where any of this shit is right now. This one, I can't cancel it. I can lower it. Makes the wealthy hate me. Conservatives hate me. Okay. There we go. I'm going to save the rest of this political capital and see what our budget is doing after this. If the global economy is increasing and everything, we should be good. There's a capitalist plot. Of course there is. Capitalists hate me. And we have the worst thing that I think we've had so far, a rare earth crisis. DNA database. Police chiefs are requesting that they be allowed to build up a global database of everyone's DNA. I say no. Cabinet members, are we going to keep a database on everyone? We're going to swab their mouths at birth and take blood samples? Or are fingerprints enough? Is blood going too far? There's 2 for database. Three for database. 3 against database. Hang on, guys. I want to try something here. Gonna try something here. I've never used this. Database. That was really loud. Everybody, there's a poll going on. Go ahead and vote. You get to vote now. This is where you can put your democracy to action. Do you vote yes for database or no for database? The poll will run until I get back from getting tea. Okay, well, you guys can obviously cheat a little bit here and see that the poll says, yes, we're going to have a database. I agree, Kyra. Next up, the rest of the cabinet will want RFID chips, and then they'll want a camera in everyone's home. But hey, if you don't have anything to hide, then why are you so afraid? We're going to allow the database. The economy is doing good, the global economy is. Okay. So we're doing good on our budget. But the capitalists hate me. I really need to change some of these taxes. Because honestly, everybody hates me. And election is just around the corner, so we're pretty much screwed. We're not going to get reelected. Income tax. We'll apply that. I really hate having to undo that. Kyra is a very dissatisfied cabinet member right now. And honestly, I think I'm just kind of backed into a corner here. I can't afford to implement really any of these. We could do child benefits. I need to work on my popularity here. Everything else is fine. I don't know if the game will allow you to be re-elected or not. We're gonna find out though. Synth meat? Who the hell want? Why do you want synth meat? I don't even know where synth meat is in here. Okay, we're gonna do child benefit. Going to keep it rather low though. It'll help equality, parents, liberals, and all that good stuff. Capitalist plot. And there's a superhero around, apparently. A caped man has been seen fighting crime in our cities. Already a number of high-profile arrests have been unofficially attributed to the masked stranger. Even though crime is at an all-time low, our technological advantage is at an end because we cut all of our damn education. 2 turns until shit hits the fan. Guys, I'm going to leave this to you. What are we doing now? We're going to adjust some education. These last 2 turns are in your hands. I'm going to eat this strawberry shortcake roll and drink my Earl Grey. You've got control of the ship. I know, Draconic, we've got money to spare. Where's it going? There is no way to remove the debt. We have to remove roughly 5 trillion per turn.